This one was written by Mabel Costanduras and Michael Hogan, who I believe were both members of the Co-Optimists, as was Stanley Holloway, Maria Edgar and various others. And Sam appears at the Battle of Waterloo as various different ages, but you have to think that somewhere down the line they made plenty of Sam Smalls anyway. But it's called Sam's Medal. You've heard of Samuel Small, perhaps, a lad of bulldog breed who saved his sergeant major's life. A most unusual deed. At Waterloo he fought and bled, and when the war was won, the king a medal struck for Sam because of what he'd done. So Sam came up to Paris Gate in famous London town. The sentry with a busby hat was walking up and down. The sentry stopped and looked at Sam. "Excuse me, mate," said he, "might you be Private Samuel Small?" And Sam said, "Aye, that's me." "Well, get on in," said Sentry Sharp, and gave the gate a slam. "He's got a medal there for thee." "I know he has," said Sam. Well, Sam pushed open palace doors and stood in all the hush. He found himself inside a room all marble busts and plush. Archbishop, with a red-cocked hat and breeches white and blue, said, "Is your name Sam Small, my lad?" "It is," said Sam. "How do?" "Well, get on up," said Bishop Sharp, like nursemaid with a pram. "King's got a medal there for thee." "I know he has," said Sam. Upstairs Sam met Prime Minister. A top hat on his head. His trousers, they was velveteen. One leg was blue, one red. Think about it. He looked at Sam haughty-like and said, "Sir, might you be a man called Private Samuel Small?" And Sam said, "Aye, that's me." "Well, get on, don't keep king all night," he said. "Surprised at thee I am." "He's got a medal there for thee." "I know he has," said Sam. But when Sam came for king and queen, his oar he could not smother. For there sat king, one hand held Thorpe, and Tector was in t'other. He grasped the situation like, and in less than half a jiff, he gave a very smart salute and knocked his hat skew-whiff. "You must be Samuel Small," said King. Said Sam, "Indeed I am. I've got a medal here for thee." "Oh no," said Sam. "Don't be impatient," Sam said King. "Before 'tis handed you, there's certain grave formalities which must be gotten through. The VC's granted Samuel Small." Think about that. The king began to read, "Who saved his sergeant major's life." A most unusual deed. "Dragged him to safety under fire while serving in the line. Now tell me, lad, how came you do that deed both brave and fine?" "'Twere like this here," said Sam. "That sergeant major'd come toward our trenches very drunk, a waving jar of rum. And just as he was letting forth a loud triumphant shout, the darn great gun excuse me, Queen, went off and laid him out. I rushed and grabbed that precious jar. He seized me round the tongue. Your pardon, Queen, so he got it saved as well as jar at rum. And if there'd been no rum, said King, though death might sound his knell, thou wouldst have done that same brave deed. I would, said Sam, like hell. Did you hear that? Said King to Queen. She said, indeed I did. Don't give him ruddy medal then. And no, they never did.